Staying with us, let's now dig into issues that have trailed interviews on this program in the past few days, especially the one relating to the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, the one involving the minister of the FCT, and afterwards the one with Mr. Peter Obi. Tonight I'm being joined by a supporter of Bola Tinubu government and an author and the former presidential aide, Sereno Omokri, who's live for us here in our project. It's a pleasure having you join us.
Thank you, Sharon.
Your usual Ashoke and Nigerian attire.
Well, that's what I do. 100% of the time, I dress in made in Nigeria.
I see that you, as soon as you saw the interview with Mr. Peter Obi, you were very uncomfortable and you thought that there were a lot of things that you don't agree with. But it does look, there are a lot of people who think that Peter Obi riled you up. And the only reason is because you know that Peter Obi could be a winning factor in 2027. Why does Peter Obi become a problem to you whenever you hear his name?
That's not true. He doesn't rile me up. I rile him up, but he doesn't rile me up. The reason why I had to come here, I had to leave California and come here, is because I'm a patriot. Peter Obi lied, and he lied. There are foreign direct investors who are watching your program and who are making investment decisions not to come to Nigeria. There are foreign investors in Nigeria who are making investment decisions to leave Nigeria because of the lies he told. One of the lies that he told is that the president has borrowed more than the administrations of Yaradua, President Jonathan and Buhari put together, and that's just a blatant lie. I have here with me from the Debt Management Office, and Nigerians who are watching, they can actually go to dmo.gov.ng, or you can go to Google and just put Debt Management Office, Nigeria State of Indebtedness 2015. As of 2015, this is a PDF document from the Debt Management Office. Nigeria was owing a total of $63 billion. That's it here. I don't know if your camera can catch it. Now, when Buhari was leaving office, this is from the Debt Management Office, this is not from me. The Debt Management Office was set up by law. We've got people who are apolitical there. They're not members of the PDP, APC, or ADC. Buhari left office, and this is how much we were owing. On the last day of Buhari leaving office, $113 billion. Now, as of today, this is from the Debt Management Office, our debt has gone from $113 billion to $97 billion, meaning that Bola Tinubu has reduced our debt by over $14 billion. We should be appreciating this man. Yet, Peter Obi came here and lied to the Nigerian people. What did he do? Very manipulatively. He took the debts and then he now translated them into Naira to make it look like the debts have increased. Because don't forget, the Naira has been floated. So today, the Naira is trading at 1,531 Naira to the dollar. So when you now multiply that by what we're owing today, which is $97 billion, it looks as if our debt has gone up in Naira value. But don't forget, these were debts that were taken in dollars, mostly Euro bonds, debts from China, France, and from the Bretton Woods institution. Peter Obi came here and lied, and he told more lies than that. He also lied concerning Nnamdi Kanu. He said... Just for a moment,
let's stay on the debt issue.
Yes.
Our debt as it stands in 2015, in 2015 actually, the debt was around 12 trillion. This is the total of foreign and local debts.
Yes.
But as of end of 2024, our debt has risen to 138 trillion. Is that right?
That is right.
Do you agree with that figure?
That is correct.
So it then means that by April 2025, there are indications that Nigeria's total debt is of 162 trillion naira. Now, if you look at it, it is a fact that we added a bit of debt.
No,
from 2023 and 2025.
No, that's not accurate. You have to understand this. This is economics, and I have a master's in international banking and finance law from England. Let me explain it to you. I'm going to give you and the public a little education on this. When you're taking a debt, from, for example, a Eurobond debt, or from China, it's in dollars. It's not in Naira. So that debt is stable. Now, you have the Naira is floated. So because the Naira is floated, the Naira is not stable because it's being driven by the laws of demand and supply. So in 2015, when our debt was 12 trillion Naira, the value of the Naira, it was pegged at 196 Naira. So when you multiply that, that's why you get 12 trillion. If you take that same amount of money and multiply it by today's value of the Naira, which is 1,531, it's not going to be 12 trillion. It's going to be something like maybe about 100 billion. Something close to that. So when you're taking General Buhari's debt, when he left office, it was $113 billion. Yeah, you're not multiplying it by what it was today. You're multiplying it then to get that figure by what the value of the naira was then, which was between 440 and eventually about close to 700. And that's how you got that amount. Today, the naira is 1,531 naira. So when you multiply that, the dollar amount, which is 97 billion, multiplied by that, it makes it seem as if our debt has exploded.
Are you saying that Tinubu government did not borrow any money?
Tinubu government has borrowed money, but they've also repaid money. So, for example, we were owing the IMF. We are no longer owing the IMF at all. What we are actually paying to the IMF right now is what they call drawing rights. A drawing right is just like if you have a MasterCard. If you have a MasterCard, even if you pay your American Express or your MasterCard off, you're still going to be paying a yearly annual fee as a member. So our total indebtedness to the IMF has been paid, and it's actually there on the IMF's...
So the question that a lot of people will be asking is that you want to paint it as though Tinubu government is not getting any. They are actually.
Yeah, they're getting loan. It's just like what the governor of Zamfara said to you. People are leaving the PDP. People are joining the PDP. Yes, this government is taking loans, and this government is also paying loans. So the government is paying more loans than they are taking. That is why our debt has reduced.
So let's ask ourselves a question. Just for a moment. Okay. Let's ask ourselves a question. What currency do we produce?
What currency?
In Nigeria, in what currency do we produce?
We produce in the naira.
In naira.
Yeah.
So if we are going to convert and pay any debt, are we not going to take that same naira to convert it to dollar to pay our debts?
That doesn't make sense. If you're taking a domestic debt, then that's when that happens, because you're taking a domestic debt in naira.
But when you are paying, whichever currency that you take the debt, you are paying in that currency.
Yes.
But so, I am saying to you, your earnings is mostly in what? In your local currency.
Well,
your wealth.
If you look at our earnings, that's not quite accurate. You see, you have to understand, a lot of people don't realize this. Only 15% of Nigeria's GDP is oil and gas. However, oil and gas is more than about maybe something like 75% of our foreign exchange earnings. So we are earning in dollars. For example, even if you're going to the port, the Nigerian Ports Authority, the Nigerian Ports Authority is earning in dollars. So we have a lot, we're earning in dollars. But the point I'm trying to make, Seun, let's not complicate things for your audience. If you borrow from a Nigerian bank in naira, you pay back in naira. If you borrow from the Eurobond or from China or from France or from the Bretton Woods institutions in dollars, you pay back in dollars. As at today, our total indebtedness has actually reduced. It has reduced from $113 billion to $97 billion. Peter Obi came to your program and lied. That was a lie. It was an economic sabotage to Nigeria.